Hey guys, I'm the Dr. Pepper guy, and today I'm finally making a first impressions on Astral Chain because, like, you have heard of this game. A good number of people are hyped on it, including myself. But I just got hyped 2 weeks before the launch. But anyway, it's almost been a week, I think. Like, it released last Friday. It's probably Thursday by the time I upload this. But anyway, let's just get down to the first impressions of Astral Chain. Since I played 7.5 hours of it, and I've been hearing that the game is like a 12 to 18 hours, so I don't know. I'd say, yeah, it's great. So far, does it meet expectations, or does it not? Let's just get down to it. So first off, let's start off with the story. So the story starts off with the two siblings. Depends. You can play as the twin brother or the twin sister, whoever you want. But anyway, they're the Howards. Both of them are police officers, and both of them get accepted to this special task force called as Neuron. Neuron it deals with these threats for humankind called as chimeras, and they possess this kind of things, which some of the police officers at Neuron own these creatures, which are basically JoJo stands, but they're called legions here. And basically, they are chimeras as well, but under the control of humans. But anyway, the normal people who don't control legions cannot see chimeras. There's that. And so far, a few things happen, and I won't really go that deep into it. Well, basically, you have to deal with these threats. So far, how's the story? It does have that mystery element to it, and so far, I wouldn't say it's anything great or amazing. It's solid enough, but I wouldn't say it's anything like, can you say, Fire Emblem Three Houses, in my opinion. But it's good enough. It isn't exactly the driving factor why I'm going through this game. It's just there, so there's nothing to brag about the story. And the graphics, that's something to brag about, right? Because the game, from the get-go, from the start, you can see that it just oozes with a sense of style. It's a sense of style and heart. Like, you can see that, yeah, this game knows what it's going for. This game already has a strong set of, a strong personality, strong appeal. It's set up from the get-go, and the game looks amazing. It runs really good for the Nintendo Switch. I may be exaggerating, but some people who have talked to, I've been saying the same thing. Like, it's unbelievable that a game like that runs like that on Nintendo Switch, and it can be played in handheld mode. I don't know, it's crazy for me too. And sure, it is 30 FPS, and I've seen some people get turned off by it, and I don't really know why, because the game 60 FPS is great. It's smooth. I love the fidelity of 60 FPS, right? But then 30 FPS isn't that bad too. 30 FPS, as long as it's consistent and it's not constantly dipping in frames, or it's not dropping, the frame rate doesn't exactly dip at times of combat, it's good, right? And so far it's that way. I've seen 0 dips in the game, so that's saying something. Like, playing 7.5 hours of the game, playing a good deal of the combat, I had to say no dips, so I just don't see the problem. And I had to say, the game looks gorgeous, so yeah. And each of the areas, like I said, it's really good. It's pretty good. So let's go to the gameplay. So the gameplay is the strongest aspect of the game, and it's obvious. These are the same people who made Nier Automata and Bayonetta. I didn't exactly play Bayonetta, but I saw those games, and you basically know. These people know what they're doing. Come on, it's platinum, right? And the gameplay, it's fun. It starts off fun too, because you're starting to play, you're riding this bike, and I thought it would be a cinematic, but it's not. You're actually riding the fucking bike, and it's great. It starts off fun. But yes, the combat, to be honest, it does get a bit stale. I mean, at the start, it takes 2 chapters or something to click in, but it's not that long, and the combat is not so unbearable. But when it clicks, it clicks. It's really good when it clicks. The combat gets more versatile, it gets more fun, it just gets more fast-paced, and I just love how the combat is so far. And I just love controlling the legions, because I feel like it adds this like this layer of depth to the combat. I feel like it makes the combat more interesting than like it makes the combat more interesting. So I just love the combat, and then and so like there are also other things like there's just the whole detective aspect you could use with your iris scanner, and it makes the game not so linear. It's just combat. You do get those bursts of non-stop action, and it's great. But like the detective aspects of it are also great. They don't feel too gimmicky. They're interesting, and it also rewards you for being a good listener, for paying close attention to the details that you gather in the game. So you have to be a bit careful on learning like going through the dialogue, right? So that's a good aspect of the game which I liked, and just like so, and the level design. I saw one level have a secret room, and the secret room does get mentioned when you're gathering those clues, but you just don't really find it. Well, unless you play it on a surface level or just going through the game normally, I don't think you'd find it. But somehow, a person I know just stumbled onto it accidentally, and I'm just amazed because that makes it more interesting. That makes the level design pretty good. I had to say, the level design is pretty good in this game, right? And I had to say, and I'm curious to see how many of these secret rooms are there. Maybe I've missed all of them. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm the one who actually went into the secret room and I didn't know. But then it's interesting to see like there's that there are these secret rooms, and I feel like that adds makes the level design more interesting. So there's that, and like so far, the gameplay aspect of it is just great. I like the level design of it, and so what are its problems? Its problems, I say, is something called as chain jumps, which you use your legion for. I mean, the chain jumps are good, but it's rough at spots. Like there are these some platformy sections that you have to use the chain jumps for, and I had to say it's rougher on the spots. Chain jumps in combat are good, no problems there, but chain jumps in those platformy sections suck, like seriously, because sometimes when I try to go like it's clunky. Well, like I have to put it at the like I have to put the cursor on the edge of the surface, or if I don't, I just straight up fall down and I lose health. It's annoying. Or if I just if I just keep on chain jumping at a moderate pace, I again fall down to my death, and it's annoying. So yeah, it's rough around the edges, but besides that, but then chain jumps are not used that often, unless you go to the astral plane. In the astral plane, plane is annoying. Besides that, it's just like it's still a flaw in the game, right? And the other flaw I have in the game is just like how inconsistent the audio is. Like not exactly inconsistent. At the starting I've seen this. Like the auto advance is bad. It's kind of bad. Like you get these awkward pauses, and especially after playing something like Fire Emblem Three Houses, where the auto advance is perfect. It has no awkward pauses. It's all the flow of the conversation is in perfect motion. In this, the flow gets clunky. Like right after the dialogue stops, it just there's an awkward pause, and I feel like this game is initially recorded in Japanese. The lip movement is in Japanese. It makes it really obvious that it's best played in the Japanese audio, because the text moves a little bit too slow. And after looking at Dragon Quest XI, I'm just like, I wish every game has a text which moves that fast. Like seriously, or Fire Emblem, where the text is straight up there, but like the voice acting is what makes it move. So there's that. The text moves a bit too slow. I feel like the lip syncing it's obviously off, and there are awkward pauses. But besides that, the game is great. It met my expectations. I've been having a lot of fun with it, especially with the combat, with every aspect of it, except the chain jumps, and except the chain jumps, I've been having a lot of fun with the combat. And I had to say, Astral Chain is just another great addition for the Switch so far. Would I call this a Game of the Year contender? No, especially since there's games like Devil May Cry 5 or Sekiro or Fire Emblem Three Houses, which is my current Game of the Year. Like Fire Emblem Three Houses, like I said, is my Game of the Year. But besides that, this game is still solid. It's not to be underestimated, and if you are interested in it, you should get it. It's fun, it's great, and I just can't wait to just beat it or play more of it because I'm loving this combat. So Astral Chain so far gets a 9 out of 10. So thank you for watching. I'm going off. I'm sleeping. Bye.